Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I'm so excited to explore more about shapes with you today. We are going to be learning a little bit more about polygons today, and we are going to be learning about polygons that are called This is a big word. I'm going to move over the board in just a second. Quadrilaterals. Look, it barely fits. Everybody say quadrilaterals. Excellent. Let's look at the very front of this word, quad. Does anybody have any guesses as to what that stands for? Sometimes when you have a set of buildings, like if you're a bird and you're flying over and you have a building here and here and maybe here, and then in between the buildings you have a nice grassy area where you can sit down and you can have a picnic. People might call that the quad. Do you guys see anything about this? Maybe how many sides a quadrilateral might have? Any guesses? Okay, a quadrilateral is a type of polygon. So think about polygons as like your big umbrella, okay? And think about quadrilaterals as being little raindrops as a part of that big umbrella family, okay? A quadrilateral is a polygon that has 4 sides. How many sides? Excellent. And 4 angles. Now, I told you yesterday that in order for a shape to be a polygon, it has to have 3 or more sides, right? Now we have some more rules that we have to follow. In order for a polygon to be a quadrilateral, it has to have 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 4 angles. So these are all quadrilaterals. A rectangle is a quadrilateral. A square is a quadrilateral. Is this a quadrilateral? Does it have 4 sides and 4 angles? Yes. What about a rhombus? Is that a quadrilateral? Sure is. And here comes the trapezoid. Is a trapezoid a quadrilateral? Does it have 4 sides and 4 angles? Yes, it does. Okay, now this is kind of funny. What about, I was running out of room, otherwise would have kept going there. What about this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, is it a closed shape? Yeah, it's a polygon. It has 3 or more sides, but is it a quadrilateral? Okay, it is a polygon, so it qualifies for that. I know that a quadrilateral has to have 4 sides, so let me count. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it has to have 4 angles. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is this a quadrilateral? It is, even though it looks a little bit funny. So quadrilaterals don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be rectangles or squares necessarily. Those are quadrilaterals, but I just don't want you guys to think that it has to look perfect. What about this shape? Is that a quadrilateral? Go through your checklist to figure it out. Good, it is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 angles. As I'm looking around my house, I see a couple of things that are quadrilaterals. As a little extra today, what I'd like for you to do is go around the house and take some photos of quadrilaterals that you see around the house. And then I would like for you to upload those photos to Seesaw so that I can see them, okay? Here are some things that I see around my house that are quadrilaterals. I see my brand new front door that was just put in. I see, my television. That's a quadrilateral. Let's see what else I have. Oh, guys, my whiteboard that I'm working on right now, that's a quadrilateral. So I would go around my house and I would take pictures of these things, and then I can just upload them to Seesaw. Let me think about something else. Ooh, today it was super windy, and I saw somebody flying a kite. That's a quadrilateral. Ooh, excuse me. Let me think of something else. Ooh, the rug that I'm sitting on. That's a quadrilateral. Okay, so you're getting the idea. Go ahead and upload your ideas to Seesaw when the lesson's over, okay? It's just a fun little extra thing. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to open up our textbook to page 312. It's gonna look just like this, guys. Okay, and we're gonna be looking up at the top at 13, and we're gonna be choosing the quadrilaterals. Now remember, in order for it to be a quadrilateral, you have to have 4 sides and 4 angles. So here we go. Let's look at A together. You ready? Here's our figure. Is this a quadrilateral? Thumbs up if you think yes. Thumbs down if you think no. Okay, so you should have your thumb up. This is a quadrilateral. Who can tell me why? Good. It has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, that's just the little marks that I use to mark sides. And it has 4 angles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yes, you are a quadrilateral. What about this guy? Is this a quadrilateral, yes or no? Write it on your whiteboard and then tell me why. Excellent. Yes, this is a quadrilateral. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 sides, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 angles. So yes, that is a quadrilateral. Here's our next one. You ready? Circle. Is that a quadrilateral? Answer yes or no on your whiteboard and then tell me why. Great job. You should have said no. This is not a quadrilateral. John Thomas, can you tell us why it is not a quadrilateral? Excellent. It is not a quadrilateral because it doesn't have any sides and it doesn't have any angles. And I know that in order for it to be a quadrilateral, I have to follow the rules and I have to have 4 sides and 4 angles. All right, what about this one? Is that a quadrilateral? No, it is not. How many sides does a triangle have? I see the prefix, I should say. I see the prefix tri, and that shows me that there are 3 of something. 1, 2, and 3. And I have 3 angles, but I know with quadrilaterals I have to have 4. So no, a triangle is not a quadrilateral. What about a star? Is this a quadrilateral? Yes or no? What do you think? No, this is not a quadrilateral because look, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sides. And I know that quadrilaterals only have 4. All right, last one. This one is not on your workbook. I'm just making it up. Is this a quadrilateral? Yes or no, and tell me why. Good. You should have said yes. This is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 different angles. All right, so let's play a little bit of a game. I am going to read a sentence to you, and on your board, I want you to write true or false. True if you think it's correct, and false if it's not correct. You ready? Here we go. Listen closely. The outline of a ruler is a quadrilateral. Write true or false on your board. Great. You should have written true. Ready for our next one? The outline of a bottle cap is a quadrilateral. True or false? Yep. You should have written false because this does not have any sides or any angles. The outline of a postcard is a quadrilateral. True or false? Excellent. You should have said true because it has 4 sides and 4 angles. All right, last one. The outline of an envelope. So this part around here, the outline, just the edges around it. Is that a quadrilateral? True or false? Good. You should have written true. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom of page 312. We are going to be identifying quadrilaterals and their properties. We already know that if you have a quadrilateral, you have to have 4 sides and 4 angles. Let's learn a little bit more about them. Some quadrilaterals have special names. They are classified by pairs of sides that are parallel. So pairs means 2. So I have a set of sides here and a set of sides here that are parallel. They will never touch each other. I also have sides that are of equal length. So look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So all of the sides are equal length and all of the angles are right angles. Is that true? Are these all 90-degree angles? Yes, and I can even tell by the angle symbol that is inside of this quadrilateral. So figure A is a square. Opposite sides of a square, so this side and this side, are parallel. That means that the lines are never going to touch, no matter how far I go, and they're always going to be the same distance apart. All sides of a square are of equal length. And all 4 angles of a square are right angles. Okay? So, those are some different things that you can find in quadrilaterals. Let's take a look at the next page. Page 313 in our student textbook. We're going to read it together. Figure B is a rectangle. Opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel. Only the opposite sides of a rectangle need to be equal length. All 4 angles of a rectangle are right angles. Figure C is a parallelogram. There's a new shape name for us. Everybody say parallelogram. Yeah, this is a parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel. So this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Only the opposite sides of a parallelogram need to be of equal length. There are 4 angles in a parallelogram. Figure D is a rhombus. We learned that the other day. Everybody say rhombus. Perfect. Opposite sides of a rhombus are parallel. All sides of a rhombus are of equal length. There are 4 angles in a rhombus. Now come down here at the bottom. We have 2 more figures, E and F. Both figures E and F are trapezoids. Everybody say trapezoid. Good. So when I see this, I think of a trapezoid, but guys, this is actually called a trapezoid as well. They only have one pair of opposite sides are parallel, so this side and this side. Because look, if I went up here with this side and I went like this with that side, are those 2 sides parallel? No, they're not. They would be intersecting. And then take a look at this trapezoid. This side and this side are parallel, but look at these sides. They would meet. They would also intersect. So there are 4 angles in a trapezoid, and a trapezoid can have 2 right angles as in figure F. So look, it can have 2 right angles. Squares, rectangles, parallelograms, and rhombuses have 2 pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. I can think of the rhombus as a parallelogram with 4 sides that are of equal length. Okay, guys, today we are going to be doing a little bit of practice with quadrilaterals. So let's go ahead and open up our workbook to page, sorry friends, 201. And I'll tell you this, guys, you are going to need to keep your textbook open to the page that we were just on to be able to help you out with this one, okay? My goal is for you guys to get used to names of quadrilaterals, parallelograms, rhombuses, trapezoids, okay? So you are going to do page 201 today. And I'm going to have you do page 202 today. All right? So you are going to be identifying what type of quadrilateral it is, mainly focusing on parallelograms, rhombuses, and trapezoids. Moms and dads, if you are listening, I would go ahead and have your child get a piece of paper, and I would have them draw a picture of these 3 shapes, and I would keep that on your math wall as we're going through this chapter, okay? So that they can get used to the names of those quadrilaterals. And guys, if mom and dad are not there, I want you to do it, okay? I'd like for you to write them on a piece of paper and hang them on the wall for your learning. All right, guys, see you tomorrow for some more math.